Hi guys, this is going to be another MQL5 tutorial video in which I will show you how to code a simple expert advisor based on crossovers of multiple indicators. So I will start with moving averages crossover, as it is the simplest one, and here on my MT5 I will show you how it's going to look like. So I am sure that all of you know how the moving average crossover works, but just to be sure, you have your first moving average, then you add your second moving average of any period, and at those points where there's a crossover between those two moving averages, you open a buy or sell position. In this case it's a buy position because that fast moving average, in this case it has a period of 20, goes above the slow moving average, and if it goes below the slow moving average, then it's a sell position, as you can see it right here, for example. So this is what I'm going to start with. So now I'm going to switch to my MT5 editor and let's start. As the first step, we need to get the user inputs. So for fast MA period, so this is going to be, for example, 25 as the initial value, and then we also need an user input for slow MA period, which can be, for example, 50. This can be changed from the user menu in future. So yeah, and let's go. When dealing with indicators in MT5, you have to use something called handles. So now I'm going to initialize them. They have integer type, so fast MA handle, and also for the slow MA handle, and you can leave it like this for now. Then on this onInit function, which runs when you deploy the expert advisor on the chart, you want to assign a value for the fast and slow handles, and you do it like this. So now we are loading the moving average indicator into this fast MA handle for this specific symbol for the current time frame. Moving average period is fast MA period, shift is going to be equal to 0, and here you can choose from multiple different modes for the moving averages. This is exponential moving average, this is some linear weighted moving average, this is smoothed moving average, this is simple moving average, and I will go with the simple moving average. And price, you can also select the price you want, but I will go with the price close. And I will copy this line of code and I will duplicate it right here just for the slow handle. So the only difference is that here is going to be different period, but this is it. Now we have everything we need for this onInit function, and we can move on this onTick function. So this onTick function, as you know, surely this function runs on every tick. So when the chart moves, this is the function that is going to be run. So yeah, let's work here. Right outside of this onTick function scope, let's create two double arrays. These arrays will be like containers for our moving average values. So this is what we will store the moving average values in. So fast array and also slow array. Let's leave it like this, and then on this onTick function we have to call this copy buffer function. Here we paste the fast MA handle, buffer number leave to 0, start position also 0, and count. Count is like how many values we want to get. and for crossover we need two values. So let's put 2 in there, and now the array we want to store the values in, and in this case it's fast array. And let's take this, copy it here, and do the same thing for slow MA handle and slow array. Now in this next part we will do something array set a series, where we will take these arrays and we will transform them into like time series. Okay, this is just for convenience, but yeah, it's for me it's easier to work with them. So like this, and slow array like this. So this is it. And now we can create our variables for the crossovers. So let's create two variables. First is bullish crossover, which is going to look like this. So if fast array at position 0, so this is the most recent value, but be aware that if you want call these two functions as array set series, then your most recent value is at the last position. Okay, so if we wouldn't call this, then the most recent value is at position 1, but because I did so here, my latest value is at position 0. So if fast array at position 0 is above slow array at position 0, and also the previous value was below, then we have true, then we have true, and in the other option is false. Okay, so this basically means this is the fast moving average, this is the slow moving average, and what we did here is that we said if the fast moving average at this position is above, so here it is, and if the fast moving average one position back, so right here, is below, then we have a bullish signal, and this is exactly what we have here. Now let's take this, copy it here, and let's call this bearish crossover, and just change the signs here and this is all you need to do. And yes, so now we have our signals right here. Okay, in this next part we want to open trading positions based on those signals. So in order to do this, we have to firstly include a class that allows us to open positions, and you do it like this, .mqh, and then you create an instance of this class. I will call it trade. So this is it. Also, when you are opening a position, you need to know what is the ask price and bid price. So I'm just going to create two variables here, and bid symbol info double symbol and bid. Okay, so this is my ask price, this is my bid price. So this is all sorry, it's not all that I need. I also need to know what is going to be the stop loss and take profit, of course. So take profit points, let's set the initial value to 200 points, and let's set initial value of stop loss points to 600. This also can be changed in the users menu. in the future. So yeah, and now let's go to this. First condition is going to be if positions total equals 0, which ensures that we are not opening multiple positions at the same time, which is something that we want to avoid. And if we don't have any open positions, then we check for a bullish crossover, and if there is a bullish crossover, then we will open buy position, and else if bearish crossover, and if there's a bearish crossover, then we want to open sell position. So it looks like this. And yeah, let's open those positions. So trade, buy, let's stick to this volume, for example, here now. Ask price, ask minus stop loss points multiplied by the point. Here is going to be take profit points multiplied by the point, and we can also add a comment there. So here is going to be sell bid plus and bid minus and sell. So if I compile this and then go to my MT5, it should be working. So let's check it. Simple crossover. So this is it. We are going to be on 50-minute time frame, Euro USD. This is okay with me. Sorry, visual mode, so we can see it, and now it runs. So here we have our two moving averages right here. This is 25, this is 50, and let's check. And we are having our first crossover, and we are opening sell position at the same time. Now it runs, and we are having our first profit. And let's wait for buy position and also a profit. Okay, so this is how it works. There was another crossover here with another profit. Let's wait for one more just to make sure, but as you can see it works. And here we have our buy position with another profit. So yeah, this is the very simple crossover for the moving averages. Of course, what you can do is that you can go to inputs and change these settings here. So for example, if you want, for example, fast moving average of 9 and slow for 100, change take profit points to 100 and stop loss points to 500, you can do so, and it will change accordingly. So here we are having our first sell position. Yeah, and yeah, it's just, you just change the settings, and the performance of the EA changes as well with it. So this is it. Now let's move to the RSI crossover. I will add an RSI right here. So where is it? Sorry, where is the RSI? Relative strength index right here. Sorry, I'll just change the settings to the, okay, so this is it. And I will also change the visualization scale levels. Okay, so the first level is going to be 50. Let's say 30 and 70. Okay, so with the RSI indicator, what you usually count as a crossover is if the RSI line goes above or below certain level. As the RSI indicator goes from 100 to 0 or from 0 to 100, then you can determine your level for opening positions. For example, I think the most used level for selling positions is 70. The most used level for buying positions is this 30 level, and you can determine these levels by yourself and then wait for a price to go above the level and then back down. And on this crossover you want to either buy or sell. So this is what I'm going to do right now. So let's go back to my code and I'll just change it here a bit. So this is going to be called moving average crossover, and here I will create a new input group. So just RSI crossover. Okay, so let's continue. As the first step, we have to get the user's input for our RSI period, let's say 14, and also we have to get our values for sell level. Let's set this to 70, and also for our buy level let's set this to 30. Okay, so this is all we need from the user, and then we can move down here. We will have to create new handle, so RSI handle, and here we want to load the RSI handle with the RSI indicator. So RSI period current, MA period is the RSI period, and price close. So this is it. Then we go back down, down here, and we'll create new double RSI array, which we will call which we will use in this copy buffer. So RSI handle 0, 0. We also need two values, and let's put it like this. Let's also set this RSI array as series, so it's easier to work with. And then we go down here and we do something very similar to this piece of code. We say RSI by RSI bullish is equal to, and now we take the RSI values from the RSI array and we check them. So if RSI array at position 0, so the most recent RSI value, is above our buy level, and RSI array, so RSI value at position 1, so the previous value is below the buy level, we know that we have our crossover. And we'll do the same thing here, RSI bearish, and just change the signs, and also sell level like this, and sell level. So this is it. Now I will delete this bullish crossover and bearish crossover because this was for the moving average, and we will replace it by RSI bullish and RSI bearish, and it should work the same. So let's check it. Now I'm going to press start, and yes, it's running, nothing happens. And now we are opening our first buy position at this point. It's not clear signal here, but what happened here is that at the most recent value like went down, then up, and then it stayed down, because as you can see, the high is higher than its close price. So this is the close price, and as the high is higher, then at some point this RSI value was above this level. So that's why we are having our buy position. Let's see how it goes. It's a winning one, and then let's wait for another one. So now we are waiting for this price or this RSI value to go above this level, and it happens right here, opening another buy position and having another winning trade. Let's check if we can get some sell position. Almost okay. So now at this point we have our sell position. As you can see, the price went up and then below the sell level. So yeah, let's see how it goes. Another winning position. Okay, so the RSI works as well. Of course, what we can do is to change, for example, period to 6, and we can change these levels to 55 and 45, which is going to be very sensitive. And just let's check how it works. So we bought at this level. Okay, let's wait. I don't know why we bought there, but just 1 second. And yes, so we bought somewhere here. It's tough to say because 45 is right. Okay, I think yeah. So this is how it works. This is what we want to see. Yes. Okay. And now I will show you how to do exactly this for the last type of indicator that I want to add, and that is very important, and that is the MACD indicator. So I will add it here. I will delete this RSI indicator just so my chart is a little bit more clean. So delete this, and here is our MACD. So there are two types of crossover you can do with the MACD. The first type of crossover is that you wait for this signal line to go above this zero level. So this is the zero level. Here all of these values are positive. All of these values are negative. So the first type of crossover you can use is that you wait either for this signal line or this main line to go above or below the zero level. Another crossover you can use is that you, for example, wait for these to cross. So you want to see something like that the signal line right here goes below the main line or above the main line, but yeah, these are just different types of crossovers that you can use. What I will do right here is just a very simple crossover of the main line. The main line here is like represented by this histogram, and I will just want to catch the moment where it goes into where it goes from negative to positive or from positive to negative, and this is all I want to do right now. So let's do it. Of course, the same thing as before, we'll create a new group here, MACD crossover. For this we need some inputs, so just to name them correctly, we want fast, slow, and MACD. So fast MA, let's call it 9. Sorry, I just forgot data type here, so integer. Slow MA, let's call it 15, and input and signal MA 25, for example. And yes, this is it. And I just create a new group for this. This is take profit, stop loss settings. Okay, so this looks okay as well. Same as before, create new handle and load the MACD indicator into this handle equals MACD symbol period current fast MA slow MA and signal MA with price close. Okay, so we have it right here. Create new array for MACD array, and let's do the same thing as we did here. So MACD handle. Now the difference with copy buffer for MACD is that you have to be aware of this number for this first number. If you set this number to 0, you will get the value for the main line. So that's the histogram. And if you set this value to 1, you will get the signal line. Okay, so you have to be aware of this when working with MACD. And let's say MACD array. So this is it. I will do the same thing here for MACD array. So we have it as a time series, and I will just, you know what, I will just take this and MACD bullish, MACD bearish, and let's do this. So if MACD array 0 is larger than 0 and MACD array at position 1 is lower than 0, then it's true. Let's take this, copy it here, change the signs here, and it should be working. And take this, replace it by this, and take this, replace it by this. Okay, so let's check it. Now we should be getting, okay, sorry, so I messed up. Yeah, so as you can see, now we are getting the values for the signal line. So I want it for the main line, which is in that case with this copy buffer. Oh yeah, I put 1 in here. I wanted to put a 0 in there, so just 1 second. Let's compile this and let's run it. Let's see how it goes. Yeah, so we are, yeah, so as you can see, we are getting a sell position right at this point where it goes from positive to 0, so this is great. Let's wait for new signal. So at this point we are in a buy position where it goes from negative to positive value and then back to negative. So yeah, but here it was in a positive, so yeah. And let's wait for one more signal, and we are opening right here at this point. Also goes from below 0 to above 0, buying, and now selling at this point, so it works as it should. Okay, so this is going to be all for this video. This was just a very simple MQL5 tutorial where you could see how to create these crossover signals for all types of indicators, and it's like the same for all of these indicators. you just have to find two values you want to compare and then see if they cross each other, and that's it. So you can implement it for all of the indicators out there if you have clear idea of how to do it. Okay, so thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next MQL5 tutorial video.